What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hey, so I decided, so we've been doing hand of the day, and those have been pretty well received. So I'm going to keep doing those Monday through Thursday, as much as I possibly can. I'll stay on that schedule. And then once a week, I think Fridays, I'm going to do Friday deep dives. And so it'll be like a specific topic, something that I'm trying to really work on, like a specific spot in game that I'm trying to practice or get better at. Um, so this will be our first Friday deep dive, and the topic for the day is going to be when we raise from early position pre-flop and get called by somebody who's going to position on us, and we go to the flop heads up, and so we are now out of position as the pre-flop raiser. This is something that my coach highlighted to me, where I'm playing far too passively, and I need to find a lot more c betting, which means continuing to bet on the flop. So we're going to go through some hands where I am now doing that, or I have opportunities to do it, and see if I'm doing it when I'm supposed to, if I'm betting the right amount, and we'll just talk through it and learn. All right, let's dive in. Okay, here's our first hand. Ace-6 offsuit in the cutoff, and we got about 37 big blinds, so we raise that, just in case some of you are thinking I'm crazy. Ace-5 offsuit and better can raise. So we raise. I raised too big. I need to do like 2.2 big blinds, not 2.5, but small mistake. And then the button calls, and the blinds decide to fold. Ace King 3. Now, what I used to do, almost exclusively, my coach was telling me, because he reviewed a bunch of my hands in this exact spot. And he's like, you almost exclusively would check this, and that I need to find reasons to bet. I need to find more reasons to bet and continue to be the aggressor. And so in this hand, let's see what I did first. I decided to bet. And I think the reason I decided to bet is one, because my coach is telling me I need to do more of it. Two is because when I raise and this person just calls, I have a lot more of the big Broadway hands, the big aces, the big kings that hit this board than they do. So if they've got a lot of like middle pairs, it's going to put a ton of pressure on those hands. So let's just look at the buttons calling range, and you can see, like, look at all these pairs that they have. They're actually going to raise with tens and jacks and queens and kings and aces. So they don't have all that good stuff. They have a lot of it suited aces, for sure. And they got some offsuit aces they call with. But we have all the good stuff. We have all the really big stuff. So I decided to bet this spot. And let's see if GTO Wizard likes that. Doesn't look like it loves it. It loves a check 80% of the time. And if we are going to bet, we want to bet 1/3 pot. So we get that right, but we should have been checking more. And I'll have to ask him why that is. You can see, like, if we have big aces of the offsuit variety, we're betting them mostly. And then we're checking a lot of our big suited aces. And we're checking all of our big pairs. So I don't understand this spot. So I'm going to tag this hand for me and him to review. Anyway, I bet. And now the button calls. And now the turn is the Jack of Hearts. Okay. Now I think I probably have to, I don't know, I think I have to slow down. But now GTO Wizard says keep going. Let's see if my combination of club, diamond, yeah, mostly wants to bet now. So I'm just thoroughly confused at this point. I feel like that's just a kind of a scary card, but maybe I shouldn't be thinking of it that way. So I checked, which I can do, but I'm not supposed to do. Like, I can do it sometimes. Now they bet about 1/3 pot, which is kind of a weird bet. So I'm not folding yet. I'm calling. Now the 8 of hearts comes. I think most times I have the best hand here. So I'm just going to check, which GTO wizard likes now. Finally, we got to a place where GTO likes what I did. They check it back. What do they have? Okay, 6-3. Jesus, that's loose. Let's see if they're even supposed to call with that pre-flop. 6-3, not even close. Loose, loosey goosey player, loosey goosey player. So we gave them a little bit of room to bluff on the turn. They took it, and then we scooped 20 big blind pot. But I'd say we're 0 for 1 in this spot. Let's go to the next hand. So here we have 26 big blinds. So we'll say 25. In the hijack, we're going to raise king 10 offsuit. Right there. We get called by the cutoff. Everyone else folds. Ace 9 6 with 2 hearts. Ace 9 6. Okay. So we have not a lot. Backdoor straight draw. Backdoor flush draw. King high. And so if I recall my lesson correctly with my coach, what he was telling me is that these are great hands to bet generally because you don't have a lot going on, but they can improve quite a bit. And so you can, if you bet them as like right now, it's essentially as a bluff, but then it improves, you can keep going with your betting. Also, because on this board, I have a lot of the really good aces, and our opponent has a lot of like middle pairs, worse aces, Broadway type stuff that missed. Maybe there's some draws they're on. So it just puts a lot of pressure on their holdings. So let's look at king 10 offsuit and see what we were supposed to do. So king 10 with a heart and a spade is mostly betting. Mostly betting. Betting small. I don't think I bet small. Let's see. I did. Okay. Maybe I didn't goof this hand up as badly as I thought I did. So I bet a little bit too much, probably. Let's see. King 10. Yeah, I should have bet. Yeah, 20%. 133. That's okay. It's not terrible. And our opponent calls. And then let's see. The next card out is an 8, which I think is pretty bricky for them. I do have a 10. So if I hit a 7, I have a straight. What did I do here? I have 22 bigs. GTO Wizard wants me to slow down now. Slow down. I think I did something stupid. Oh my god, I did something really stupid. Oh boy, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Ooh boy. Yeah, I'll be honest with all of you. I'm not quite sure what the hell I was thinking there. Maybe I'm thinking that if they're on a draw, that's going to be really hard to call. If they're on a middle pair, that's going to be really hard to call. But I can see why that's just like an absolute blunder. I just punted. I get called. They're obviously going to be in terrific shape. Let's see how this plays out. 10-8. So they had a heart draw and a pair. Yeah, they're not going to fold. I don't know why I did that on the turn. I just want to light that hand on fire and never look at it again, honestly. 'cause I don't know what I was doing. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's go to the next one. We're not off to a good start. All right. Here's hopefully a better one. I like the starting hand a lot better. So we got queens in the hijack, 50 bigs deep. Gonna raise it, obviously. Change this. Button calls. So we're actually going to bump this down to 40 bigs. He has about 40 bigs. She has about 40 bigs. Okay. Blinds fold. Heads up. Pretty spectacular flop. 9 deuce queen. Right. Before I even look at what GTO Wizard wants me to do with my queens, I think it's going to want me to bet small. And the reason it's going to want me to bet small is because this board is very good for me and it is not a dynamic board, meaning that it's unlikely the best hand changes dramatically. It could happen if they have like 10 jack, obviously, but other than that, it's not going to change much with another card. There's no flushes, there's no straights, obvious straights other than jack 10. I don't think they ever have anything else, honestly. They'd even get some close to a straight. So I'm guessing bet frequently and bet small. Okay, let's see. Partially right. We're checking 60% of the time. Queens. Wow, queens are checking a lot. If we do bet, we bet pretty small. I like betting because I have a huge hand and I want to build a pot. And if they want to stick around with whatever the hell they got, like I don't want to give them a free card. Wait, what happened? Did I check? I did check. Wow, holy crap. I didn't expect that I would do that. Okay. More surprises. I mean, I guess that's technically correct, check, but I hate it. I want to get chips in this pot, I think. Guess not. Now I think I have to bet, right? Yeah, and I should bet half pot mostly, or 83% pot. Okay, and here we go. Now we're playing. Now we're playing some poker. And what's our friend do? Friend calls. River 7. So I'm not too worried. I have the best hand 90% of the time or more. How am I supposed to approach this spot? I'm supposed to bet half pot again. And I overbet. Why did I do that? Maybe I'm trying to make this look like a bluff. Hmm. Yeah, I want to get called here. Wow, I did get called. What did I get called by? 10-7. Wow, that's a terrible call, dude. Wow. 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 So this is an example of what not to do, even though we got a huge pot. Because against anyone with half a brain, they're not calling with 10-7. That's just terrible. So, bad play, good result, I guess. All right, let's do one more. This is depressing. I obviously have a lot more practicing to do and studying to do. What about this one? Yeah. Okay, we are short stacked, 14 big blinds in early position with ace queen offsuit. Mostly shoving, mostly going all in. We elected just to raise. We're supposed to go all in. I'm guessing the offsuit combos mostly want to go all in, and the suited stuff doesn't mind just raising. And maybe getting 3 better going to the flop. So offsuit equals jam more. And I should have known that. I do know that. Yeah. I think there's probably just too much going on in my brain right now. And so I'm kind of forgetting to execute on the basics as I'm learning new things. It's part of the process, I guess. All right, cutoff calls, everyone else folds. 10, king, queen. Flop a gut shot to Broadway and second pair. Before I even look, I'm gonna guess I'm betting frequent. I'm gonna guess I'm betting this hand a lot. And I think that's true because I have more Broadway combinations that absolutely smash that board. And another thing that I've been learning is that the further away the caller is from you as a raiser, the more frequently you're going to bet because their range of hands is so wide. Yours is so tight. When these kind of boards come out, you're ahead a lot of the time. And you can put a ton of pressure on their kind of middling strength hands. Okay, that's what I think I'm supposed to do. GTO Wizard says mostly check. Ace of diamonds, queen of clubs. In this combination, I'm supposed to check all the time. So we are officially lost. Gonna have to tag this one. Another one for coach. Let's see what we did. We bet tiny. Bet tiny, tiny. And our opponent calls. Another queen comes off. So we lucked ourselves into that. Now what are we doing? Mostly betting small. I go all in. And what in the world do I think they're going to call with? A king? A king would call. Would anything else? No. Ace Jack would call. So I don't know what I'm doing. Don't watch this video if you're trying to learn how to play. This is how not to play today. Changing the name of the channel. How not to play poker. Painful. I don't even want to post this episode. I'm stopping there. We're out of here. I'll see y'all next time.